Carolina. And guess where we are? We're in Tennessee. And we want to be able to talk to the man who is now in the Radio Hall of Fame, Luther Masingill. My gosh, it's going to be his birthday this weekend. Hey, David, do you have him over there?
Here is the king of morning radio, Luther Masingill.
Luther!
Hey, Phlash.
Hi, Luther. How have you been?
Let's see, how old was I today? No, I've got a birthday Sunday, and I'll be 92, so I'm in good shape.
I guess so. I wanted to wish you a happy birthday for Sunday. And now let me see, can you count how many different radio stations you've worked on in the last, let's say, 73 years?
One.
Did you have to count on your fingers?
I did, yes.
I hear you do that as a bit. You count on your fingers and you come up with a one.
That's right.
How in the world? You know, I've worked for this radio station for almost 14 straight years. I decided if I can live to 107, I can tie your record right now.
I'd like to see you do that.
Yeah.
I really would.
I'll bet at the rate you're going, you may get to 107. And then that means I'll have to live to like 120 to catch your record. 73 years, one radio station. Congratulations, you got inducted into the Radio Hall of Fame just this past year.
Yes, and I had a good time and enjoyed it, and they did really treat me nice. They really did.
Well, it sounded like a great time. I know our own Howard Stern went in at the same time you did, right?
Yeah, that's right.
What you've done on the air for WDEF, I got to tell you this because my mom grew up in Chattanooga, so she grew up listening to you. What year did you start on WDEF?
I started in, I was still in high school when I started with them.
So is this like 1941?
Yeah, 41, right in there, yeah.
Is it true that you were on the air when Pearl Harbor was being attacked?
Yes, I was on the air at the time.
That Sunday morning?
Yes, I heard the ding, 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 ding down the hall, you know. Hadn't heard it in a long time. And I ran down, and it said, the Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor and Oahu, the island of Oahu, I remember it, and then Pearl Harbor and so forth. And it was quiet. And then another followed that one. It was even more frantic sounding with the ringing of the bell on the machine. And I ran down the hall and got it, and it talked about the sinking of the first ship. And it was all very interesting, but it's, I don't know, I'd hate to go through that again.
Now, I understand that you went into World War II then, right?
WW2, yeah, I fought and I still had to go.
You're still telling jokes at 92.
Yeah.
Where did you go to fight?
Went to New Guinea, and then up to New Guinea, and up to the Admiralty Islands, and then into the Philippine Islands.
Wow. Now, hang on a second. We're talking to Luther Masingill, who's going to have his 92nd birthday. He's worked in Chattanooga for years. Those that have ever been through Chattanooga, and with the way the radio has been since 1941, even today, as Luther Masingill is still on the air, this station actually plays 70s, 80s, and 90s, and they actually claim they have one golden oldie from the 20s, and that's Luther Masingill. Way to go. And now he has his birthday. Luther, I understand the biggest thing that you've done is you've saved and found so many dogs, right? Is that right?
2 million. I don't know. It's quite a number over the years, though, I'll tell you.
I'll tell you what. When I was over at Lookout Mountain in Ruby Falls, you drive down the road, and anybody that's driving back into Chattanooga, one of the first signs you see says Luther Masingill Boulevard. They named it after you.
They sure did, yeah.
And what an honor to have your own street right there in front of the radio station.
I hope I never get caught speeding on that particular one.
They'll have to write it down. Luther Masingill speeding on Luther Masingill Boulevard. I'll bet everybody in town knows you there in Chattanooga.
I guess so. I hope so. And anyway, I get a friendly greeting everywhere I go, and occasionally a call from somebody. Hey, I was in Chicago, or I was in New York, and somebody asked about you. They used to live here. I said, yeah, he's that old man. He's 100. No, he's not 100 years old. But he's still on the air and still active, and I am. And I'm glad to be healthy and been able to go to work each morning.
I understand the fact that you get out and you exercise a lot, too.
Yeah, you know, I have a little routine that I tell them about it. I touch the tips of my shoes 50 times every morning without stopping.
Oh, my gosh.
And then I'd take the shoes off the dresser and put them on my feet. It's an old joke.
Oh, man, you had me going on that one. That's great. Well, I am so glad you're in. I want you to have a happy birthday for your 92nd.
Thank you, and if you're ever in Chattanooga again, please drop in or call me when you get here. We'll try to arrange a meal. We'll get together.
All right, well, you hang on. I'll have you introduce a song here in a second. There's Luther Masingill having his 92nd birthday. 73 years at one radio station. That's amazing. On 60s on 6. We've had fun talking with Luther Masingill, who has his 92nd birthday. He started in 1941 on the radio. He's actually covered on the air Pearl Harbor, the JFK assassination, as well as 9/11, and he's still on today. Pretty incredible. Hey, when I come down to Chattanooga, can I get a selfie with you? You know what that is?
No.
Oh, okay. It's where you get a picture of me and you together, and I would personally take it myself. They call it a selfie today.
Oh, I haven't heard that expression.
Oh, really? Oh, okay. There you go. Well, use that today, and people will think you're real hip.
That's right, I will.
All right. And is there any way that you could actually introduce just any kind of song for us? It would be fun for you to do it here on the 60s. All right? Do anything.
Oh, thank you, and I'm glad to be, my voice coming out in Washington?
Yeah, from Washington and all over the United States on Sirius XM.
What if the president is listening to you this morning?
You never know. Tell everybody where you are.
In the scenic center of the South, Chattanooga, Tennessee.
All right, and what song are you looking for?
Have you got something about Sinatra?
Yeah, Frank Sinatra, I got it. Or Nancy Sinatra either.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a song that I've played way back there when I first started in radio.
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra's That's Life, and I love it. Here it is. 60s on 6.
Wow, how about that? Luther Masingill, happy birthday again from 60s. Thank you so much for doing that. I want to thank David Carroll for getting him on the phone as well. Here you go.
That's life. That's life. That's what all the people say.